Today on Know Your Green, we're foraging! What is foraging? Foraging is going out into nature and finding native plants and berries and fruits and nuts that just grow naturally and picking them like a harvest. Today, we're gonna go pick blackberries down by the lake. Got my trusty baggie and let's get started. You may have noticed this patch of brush just below the playfield, kind of next to the lake, and thought, oh, that's just kind of an ugly, like gross green blob of massive growing things. But actually, it's so much more important because there are tons of blackberry canes that grow all through here that I have been harvesting and foraging for like the past 5 years. And it's how I make all of my blackberry jam every year. All of it's from camp. Now, I feel like I need to say this just as a general PSA. If you don't know what something is in nature and you see it growing and are like, ooh, I want to eat that, don't eat it if you don't know what it is. Let's fill her up. So if you look at the berries that I've just picked, they're all really like dark and plump and really squishy, and they should fall off of the cane really quickly. If you've got to tug and pull on any of the berries, or if they're still kind of either a very bright red or just like kind of in between red and purple, then they're not ready to pick yet.
Ready? Not ready. Ready? Not ready. Ready? Not ready.
So blackberries are something that you're gonna have to continually harvest. In Indiana, at least down here in southern Indiana and Brownstown where we are, these usually start becoming ripe. Ow. It's easy to get caught on thorns. But these usually become ripe like around the first, second week of July. But it's a continuous harvest. You've got to harvest these because they, get them in my bag, they ripen at different speeds. So you'll see that some of these are still like really red. And then we've got some like already ripe, really nice, ready to go ones. So you're gonna be doing this over the course of a couple days. So this is not a one and done kind of thing.
Beware the thorns. Ugh.
Let's be real. If you're really getting in there, you're probably gonna get pretty scratched up doing this and it hurts and you're gonna get lots of like pulls and tears on your shirt, but it's so worth it when you get the berries. Stuck again. Look what we got so far. So foraging is still pretty new for you. Like, don't worry, it's still pretty new for me too. I've been foraging for like berries like these for probably like 5 or 6 years now. But like different kinds of fruits and nuts and things, I've only just started foraging in the last like year or so. So I did a really big pawpaw harvest early or late last summer. And I've been looking at all different kinds of things that I can forage. And so it's not that hard. And they're actually like in the Jackson, Washington State Forestry, in state parks, you can forage in most places. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the deep dive. All the good stuff is back in there and it's gonna hurt. Don't go foraging in chacos, particularly when there's thorns. Well, it's nice to be in the thick of it.
Jackpot.
It's probably best not to go farther than you think you should because you'll probably end up regretting it. Some people might find picking berries and things to be pretty painful and not worth the effort. I oddly find it very relaxing. Crap. Ow. Ugh. Got it. The top and work my way down and around the patch. Down close to the ground because you'll find berries there too. It's not a path, you just have to pave a way for yourself. I'm sure someone important said something like that once. Inspirational quotes by Molly. More berries. When I think I'm done, I also like to trace my way back up the hill to see if there's anything I missed down below or coming back from this side. think this is what we've got for the day. We're gonna have to come back for a day 2. Day 2. Berry picking is not for the faint of heart. Ooh.
Oh, little bug.
So you've got all these berries, but you need a lot more to make jam or maybe like a pie or a cobbler. So I'm just gonna freeze these and mix them back in with the other berries that I picked a couple days ago, and they'll be good to go for like a few weeks or even months until I wanna use them. Boop. See if we can do this gracefully. Whoop. Nope. Ha-ha! Got it. Whoa. Nice. I'm back out for day 3 of berry picking. I've got a new little container. I kind of felt like the Ziplocs were getting a little wasteful, and this is easy to just like pop a lid on and put it in the freezer. I've actually been coming out probably every other day or every 3 days. This all depends on weather, and each time that I pick berries, I want to give it a couple days for some new ones to ripen back up. So this is going to take me probably the course of like a week or 2 weeks to really get as many berries as I think I'm going to need in order to make my jam or jelly. I also just found out that I had another berry patch that was up towards High Ropes that Mike mowed down. So I'm a little salty about that. That now this is my only berry patch, because I used to switch like every other day. I'd go from one patch to the other and give a day to like ripen back up. But now I can't do that, Mike. Morning, y'all. It is the last full week of July, and I'm out here today trying to get the last of the berries. You'll see as we look down through here that a lot of these are already really shriveled up and the season's about over, but I'm gonna try to get whatever is left today, and then we're going to freeze them, and hopefully I can make something pretty tasty out of all my berries that I've collected these last 2 or 3 weeks. As you can see, my harvest today is pretty meager. Friends, it has been so much fun berry picking with you over the last few weeks. I'm gonna take this measly little cup of berries and put it in the freezer with the rest of them until I am ready to either make jam or bake with them. I hope that this has inspired you to get out and go foraging. Remember that if you've picked berries or if you've done any kind of foraging, be sure to clean any fruit or anything that you're eating before you eat it. Come on. The final count, about half a gallon. Happy foraging!